How's it going, everybody? Before I get into the topic of today for real quick, I want to just say that I decided today that I'm not going to keep them short to a minute. I was trying to, full transparency, I was trying to cater to playing the game of getting views or all that stuff, you know, and the truth is I can't condense what I'm trying to say into 1 minute. It's absurd for me to think that I can. Anyone who knows me would agree. And that's not what this is about. I didn't start this real quick for views or for a side hustle, you know. I started this because I felt called, right, to share my experience, strength, and hope with whoever it is willing to listen, right? If you're willing to listen, I'm talking. And that's that. I'm going to talk on this thing. I'm on this journey no matter what, right? But it would be a statistical anomaly to say that not one person watching this will relate, right? To what it is I'm going to talk about. Anywho, I'm not scripting anything anymore. I'm off the cuff. Side note, you know, I thought too, I spend hours on YouTube watching people that I think are interesting. I am not self-proclaiming that I'm interesting, but I'm just saying, you know, I didn't have any faith or confidence that people would want to stick around for longer than a minute. You know, I thought, let me get their attention for a minute. Like, we live in this world with a very short attention span. We want everything now and fast and faster and is better, you know, all that stuff, right? So, anywho, I'm going to go into the topic, but I just want to say, if you're watching me, thank you. And I'm not going to limit myself. I'm fostering a limitless mindset in my life right now, right? I want to be limitless. And confining myself to 1 minute, that's limited thinking. Also, shout out to my friend Wade Kincaid, who has a nonprofit in Boston, Massachusetts, and called Rise Above, actually. And they were at a board meeting one time, and one of the members said, I want to think outside the box. I think we should think outside the box, I think is what they said. And Wade said, well, I want to smash the box and make origami. That is something that I've taken and I ran with that. I love that. I despise boxes. I reject boxes. I don't belong in any box, right? You don't have to make origami, make whatever you want, but smash that box. That's the point to that story, right? So, yeah, I'm going to go into it. So today I want to talk about our online reality, right, that we portray to the world online versus the reality that's off camera, if you will, right? So I'm not going to generalize. I'm only going to speak for myself. But what I show you all online is a very well curated reality, right? It's all real. I'm being vulnerable. I'm singing my songs. I'm talking a little bit more now than I used to. But a lot of it's, you know, when I'm happy. I'm showing the light side, the light, right, lighter side, versus the darkness, right? I'm not going to show you my dishes that have been in the sink for 1 to 2 weeks. I'm not going to show you my dirty bathtub. That's, you know, but I bring that up and I'll tie it in because, and this does not define me by any means. Please don't take it this way, but to give you reference to make my point. You know, what you don't see is a, you know, single 45-year-old person with bipolar 2. There's some mild autism or Asperger's. I'm not going to get into that debate. Please don't come at me. I'm just saying, you know, that's in there, right? There's a lot in there. I'm severely mentally ill, and I've had to learn to live with that, and I feel that I need to talk about that because, I cannot possibly be alone, you know? We cannot do this alone, right? But I also suffer from crippling depression and anxiety, you know? And I can get stuck for weeks on end, you know? And so what has been helped, I have a solution. It's not all dark, right? A routine has really been helping me. You know, I get up in the morning and I do push-ups, you know, I play drums. I was trying to do yoga, but drums are my new yoga. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. I try to play all my musical instruments that I have. I try to journal, and I try to eat. And the fact that I eat right now is a miracle in itself. And the reason I say that is because I can beat myself up for not cooking for myself or cooking healthy meals. But the truth is, I don't really know how to take care of myself as well as I should be able to at this point, right? Side note, another side note, I'm going to be trading one of my really good friends out here who's an amazing chef, guitar lessons for cooking lessons. And I'm just could not be happier. You know, that's something that I've always, it's always just, I've kept myself down with that, you know. And but like I said, the fact that I'm eating is a miracle. And why? Because if I eat, then I've got brain food of some sort, and then I don't go into a manic episode for 2 weeks, right? So I got to eat. Doesn't matter what it is, I just got to eat. And that's where I'm at. And you know, I want to also say, full transparency, I feel like I'm at my highest high, but also in my lowest low. You know, I recently went through a divorce almost 6 months ago. You know, and we're still super close. We're family. We love each other. We worked really hard to cultivate that relationship. You know what I mean? It would be a shame to discard, you know, 6 years of friendship, you know, just because it didn't work out romantically in the end, right? We became different people. And the fact that we could go through that together is just incredible, right? So all I want to talk about was, it's just easy. It's easy to think that people's lives are what they are online. And I'm not saying I have it harder than anybody else. I mean, we are all struggling. I've got friends that I've talked to, that I've grown up with, that we've just been very vulnerable with each other lately and open and honest, and everybody's struggling. You know what I mean? That's what I want to talk about, the struggle bus. I'm on the struggle bus like 90% of the time, you know, but again, you know, I got to pick and choose, so I thought, but that's not what this is. Now I'm telling it all, you know, and I hope that someone relates to this. And, you know, my advice is to get a routine of whatever that is, to raise your vibrations. Oh, I wake up and listen to music every day. As soon as I get up, I love it. It's just, I dance in the kitchen. It's true. But yeah, so from now on, they'll be what they be. I'm not here for the views. I'm here for the yous. You know, that's real talk. You know, it's gonna be real here now. And so I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And I send you nothing but peace, love, and light. And I'll talk to you soon.